Chuck Colson, along with J.R. Haldeman and Bob Ehrlichman, were the chief aides in the inner circle of Richard Nixon, arguably the most influential men in the entire world. They had just crushed George McGovern in the 1972 election. Chuck Colson says in his book, Born Again, that it was hubris, another word for pride, which led to their downfall. Because of the Watergate scandal, and according to Colson, their arrogance in thinking they could not only defeat their enemies, but put their foots on their necks and crush them, that they thought they could get away with anything. Within a few short years, President Nixon had resigned, Chuck Colson was in prison, and he was giving his life to Jesus. King Uzziah had the same problem. He was favored by the Lord. He was faithful to the Lord, and everything he touched turned to gold. He was well known and respected throughout the entire region, within his own country and without. He even loved the land. He loved working his vineyards and growing things. It seemed like everything was perfect for Uzziah, but it tells us that his pride, his hubris, led to his fall. He went from the heights to the depths, from the most visible leader in the region to a man quarantined because of leprosy. He decided he didn't need the priests for worship. He could go into the temple himself. After all, he was Uzziah, and he could burn incense on the altars, even though God had made it clear that this task had been prescribed to the Levites. And 80 of the priests, the ones who had the most guts, went in and confronted him and said, "It's not your job. It's not right for you to do this." He flew into a rage, starts yelling at them, and in the midst of that, something appears on his forehead. And he went straight from there into his house, where he was quarantined for the rest of his life, turning over the reins of his government and power to his son, Jotham. And that's the last we see of this poor guy. Well, the sin of pride ultimately says, I am over everyone else. And really that attitude in the heart of the one who has it says, I am over God. And God, in his mercy, will respond with quarantine. Uzziah went from arrogant to humble, and he had a chance to continue a with God life into eternity.